The alarm rings. It's a sound that triggers a physical recoil. You haven't just woken up, you feel like you've been resurrected against your will. Your body feels heavy, your brain is wrapped in cotton wool, and the thought of facing the day feels insurmountable. You look at the clock, you got 7, maybe even 8 hours. So why does it feel like you haven't slept at all? If this sounds familiar, I want you to know something crucial right now. You are not crazy, you are not lazy, and you are certainly not alone. Welcome. Today, we are diving deep into a quiet epidemic affecting millions of women globally: chronic exhaustion despite adequate sleep time. Clinically, this is often referred to as non-restorative sleep. It's the subjective feeling that sleep has not been refreshing, even when it appears you've slept through the night. For years, women have visited doctors complaining of this bone-deep fatigue, only to be told their basic labs are normal to reduce stress, or perhaps offered an antidepressant. While stress and mental health are factors, which we will discuss, they are rarely the entire picture for women. The reality is, female biology is uniquely susceptible to sleep disruptors that male biology simply doesn't have to contend with. From the intricate dance of ovarian hormones to nutritional requirements that change monthly, to a societal load that keeps our brains firing in the dead of night, the deck is often stacked against female rest. Over the next half hour,
I'm just so
we are
tired
going
all
to
the
peel
time,
back the
doctor. I
layers
can
of this
barely get through the
exhaustion.
day.
We
I
are moving
understand.
past the superficial
Let's
advice.
look at your recent blood work.
We are going to look at the science of your body to understand why you are so tired, and more importantly, how to finally wake up feeling alive. The hormonal architecture of sleep. To understand female fatigue, we must first understand the architects of female sleep hormones, specifically estrogen and progesterone. These aren't just reproductive hormones, they are neurosteroids that heavily influence your brain chemistry and sleep architecture. Think of your sleep cycle as a symphony. When hormones are balanced, the music is smooth. When they fluctuate rapidly, the symphony falls into chaos. Let's start with the menstrual cycle. In the week leading up to your period, the luteal phase, progesterone, which is a natural sedative and anti-anxiety hormone, rises. This should make you sleepy. However, just before menstruation, progesterone crashes dramatically. This sudden withdrawal of nature's Valium can lead to insomnia, anxiety, and fragmented sleep right before your period starts. And furthermore, your core body temperature rises during this phase. For deep restorative sleep, your body needs to cool down. This internal heat makes achieving deep sleep stages physically harder. The mental load and cortisol dysregulation. If hormones are the hardware of sleep, your mental state is the software. And for many women, the software has too many tabs open. We cannot talk about female fatigue without addressing the invisible load. This isn't just the physical tasks of job or home. It is the cognitive burden of anticipating needs, emotional management, and the perpetual to-do list running in the background of your mind. Societal conditioning often places women in a state of hypervigilance. You are the designated worrier. Did you sign the permission slip? Is your mother's health declining? Did you send that difficult email at work? This constant low-grade anxiety keeps your nervous system in a sympathetic state, fight or flight. This leads to dysregulation of cortisol, your primary stress hormone. Normally, the cortisol should be high in the morning to wake you up and lowest at 3 a.m. so you can rest deeply. But when you are chronically stressed or anxious, your cortisol levels remain elevated into the evening. High evening cortisol suppresses melatonin production. You might fall asleep out of sheer exhaustion, but your brain remains on high alert. This is why you wake up abruptly at 3 a.m., heart pounding, mind immediately racing with problems that seem unsolvable in the dark. Your brain has confused an unpaid bill with a saber-toothed tiger. Once that cortisol spikes in the middle of the night, getting back into a restorative sleep state is incredibly difficult. You spend the rest of the night in shallow, fitful dozing and wake up feeling like you ran a marathon. The physiological culprits, nutrients and hidden conditions. Sometimes the exhaustion isn't hormonal or emotional, it's purely physiological. Your engine is trying to run without oil. Women have unique nutritional needs, largely due to menstruation and reproduction, that make us susceptible to specific deficiencies that directly cause profound fatigue. The biggest culprit is iron. That you lose iron every month during menstruation. If you are pregnant or have had children close together, your reserves are depleted. Here is the critical nuance. Many women are told their iron is normal because their hemoglobin is in range. But you must check your ferritin. Ferritin is your iron storage. You can have normal hemoglobin but almost empty storage. When ferritin drops below a certain level, often below 30 to 50 nanograms per milliliter, though lab ranges vary, you will feel exhausted, breathless, and have restless legs at night, which prevents deep sleep. Next is the thyroid. Hypothyroidism affects women 5 to 8 times more often than men. If your thyroid is underactive, your entire metabolism slows down. Sleep becomes unrefreshing, you feel cold, and brain fog is constant. We are also facing widespread deficiencies in vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin, which is actually a hormone precursor vital for sleep regulation. And vitamin B12 deficiency, common in vegetarians or those with digestive issues, leads to a specific type of tiredness and neurological weakness. Finally, we must address a dangerous misconception: sleep apnea. The stereotype of sleep apnea is an overweight, loud snoring man. But women get it too, especially after menopause, as throat tissue soften due to estrogen loss. In women, sleep apnea often doesn't present as loud snoring. It looks like morning headaches, in waking up with a dry mouth, or just a vague sense of unrefreshing sleep. Because it doesn't look classic, doctors often miss it in women, diagnosing them instead with depression. If you snore at all or wake up gasping, please get a sleep study. It could save your life, and it will certainly save your energy. Lifestyle loopholes. So we have hormones, stress and physiology, but we also have habits. Sometimes, in an attempt to cope with the tiredness, we adopt habits that actually make the problem worse. Let's talk about the nightcap. Many women use alcohol to wind down, and it works. Alcohol is a sedative. It helps you fall asleep faster, but in the second half of the night, as your body metabolizes the alcohol, it creates a rebound effect. It spikes your blood sugar and cortisol, fragments your sleep, and completely blocks REM sleep, the mentally restorative stage of sleep. Wine does not help you sleep, it helps you pass out. There is a difference. And then there is revenge bedtime procrastination. This is incredibly common among busy women. You feel like you have no control over your daytime hours. They belong to your boss, your kids, your partner. So you stay up late scrolling phones or watching TV just to claim some time that is yours. It's a psychological rebellion, but the casualty is your sleep window. You are stealing energy from tomorrow. Then there are the massive shifts of pregnancy and postpartum. We expect tiredness here due to physical discomfort and a crying baby. But biologically, the postpartum drop in hormones is the single largest hormonal shift a human body experiences outside of birth itself. This wreaks havoc on the circadian rhythm, the body's internal clock, long after the baby starts sleeping through the night. But perhaps the most significant and overlooked disruptor occurs during perimenopause, which can begin in a woman's late 30s or early 40s and last for a decade. During this time, estrogen levels begin to erratically fluctuate and eventually decline. Estrogen is crucial for sleep because it helps regulate magnesium, a relaxing mineral. It influences serotonin, the happy chemical that converts to melatonin, and it helps keep you asleep. that when estrogen crashes, you experience hot flashes and night sweats. These are adrenaline surges that wake you up physically. Even if you don't fully wake up soaked in sweat, these micro-arousals pull you out of deep sleep cycles all night long. You might think you slept 8 hours, but your brain only got 4 hours of restorative rest because it was constantly being jolted into a lighter sleep state. This is a primary cause of feeling tired but wired during this life stage. In conclusion, the sleep audit and action plan. If you have watched this far, you probably recognize yourself in one or maybe all of these categories. The feeling of chronic fatigue can feel like a life sentence, but it is not. It is a signal. Your body is a dashboard, and the check engine light is flashing. Here is your starting point.
I'm just so tired all the time,
Before you buy another expensive mattress or supplement,
Let's look
see
at your
your
recent
doctor
blood
and
work.
demand a full panel. Specifically ask for ferritin, vitamin D, B12, and a complete thyroid panel, not just TSH. 2. Track your fatigue against your cycle. If the exhaustion is cyclical, discuss hormone therapy or supportive strategies with an OB/GYN or endocrinologist. 3. Address the mental load. You cannot sleep peacefully if your brain is on duty. This might mean therapy, strict boundaries on work hours, or delegating household tasks. Your rest is a biological necessity, not a luxury to enjoy only after everything else is done. Deep, restorative sleep is your birthright. It's the foundation of your mood, your health, and your patience. It's time to stop normalizing the fatigue and start investigating it. You deserve to wake up. If you found this helpful, please share it with the tired women in your life and subscribe for more deep dives into health and well-being. Sleep well. Disclaimer, this is for educational purposes only.